Hi guys, and welcome back to You and Him. Last time we left up on Aunt Ruth being horribly murdered, and it seems like our our Adam and our family is connected somehow through Aunt Ruth, and she must have. It's implied that she did something really bad to cause his mother's death. Okay, well now we're back to you. Moon, monsoon. That's what it's called. It's called moonshine. Okay, I feel like I'm saying this wrong. Monsoon season sure picks up one hell of a time to pop off. Torrential rain starts pouring down and soaking you through your t-shirt, pants, and the worst offender of all, your socks, as you make your way into the bar. Your stomach growls at the fresh, warm scent of food, and you crave both something to eat and a fresh change of clothes. But that'll have to wait until you get back to your aunt's trailer. Not to mention cleaning the massive stack of dishes if you want any utensils. Pretty sure something in that sink winked at you. Maybe you could stick a purchase for some cheap rubber gloves from Dollar Street on your way back. A woman bustles past you and stomps on your foot as you try to make your way towards a waitress. Damn, that's smarts. Did she just stab your big toe with her 4-inch pump on purpose? By the way, she's smirking while texting on her phone sure says as much. What the heck was that for? Don't cut in line. You scowl, resisting the urge to pull an Adam by chucking her phone into the fish tank sitting nearby. But the fish didn't do anything wrong. You instead turn away and head towards the front, tossing a brief explanation over your shoulder. Not that you owe her one. I'm just here to get my wallet. I'm not waiting for a table. She grabs your arm, pulling you back, snarling. Hey, I said wait your turn. The action reminds you of him, and something inside you snaps under the weight of it. Her next words die on her lips as you turn to face the woman in red filled with so much audacity. Her hand drops limply at her side. When you move towards her, she holds her hands up, and you realize it's not your face she's afraid of. She's staring at your side where the kitchen knife rests. That makes a lot more sense. Well, it works well enough for you as long as she doesn't start complaining to staff. You don't really need the added trouble of getting pulled into a police station. You've got enough to worry about. I'm not here to cause trouble. I just forgot something, so can you leave me well enough alone? The woman nods, swallowing hard while she takes a step back. A few people behind her grow curious and peek over her shoulder. Great. Gotta love the scene she's causing, giving you yet another reason to hurry and get the hell out of here. When you make it past the crowd, you manage to catch one of the waitresses' attention while she bustles from table to table by tapping on her shoulder. Excuse me, but has anyone here found a wallet? The waitress jabs her thumb towards the bar, chewing loudly in her gum. Thomas mentioned something about finding one earlier. Oh, thanks. She waves you off as she continues on to her next table while you head towards a man dipped from head to toe into tattoo ink. As you approach, you overhear him making jokes with the middle-aged patron who sits at his pet pot belly. Jesse says dad bods are all the rage these days. The tattooed man, Thomas, chuckles as he pours the patron a drink and slides it over with well-practiced aim. You're not wrong, you know. I'm sure you'll find someone who appreciates you for you. Just do yourself a solid and delete Winder. That coming from personal experience? Heard about it from friends, actually. I'm not really into dating or hookup scenes, so all my horror stories come from them. The patron nods in understanding. Here's to that. Winder is dog shit. Thomas chuckles again, but stops once you step up to the bar. He gives you a once-over. His brow wrinkles, less pursuing. Have I seen you before? Maybe from earlier? I accidentally left my wallet behind and heard you found one. Thomas snaps his fingers, finally placing you. Right, I tried chasing after you, but you left in such a rush I didn't manage to return it in time. Patron takes one large swig of his drink before he stands up in the bar and nods towards Thomas. Pushes a crisp $20 bill his way. Guess that's my cue. Thomas holds a finger up. I've had a few. Is Jesse on their way to pick you up? Patron rolls his eyes and waves Thomas off. Yeah, they're already parked outside. Thomas nods in his approval, and the patron gives both you and Leroy a two-finger salute. Is that his name, Leroy? Before making his exit. Thomas pats the now empty space in front of him. Feel free to sit. Can I get you anything? No, that's okay. I just came to get my wallet. Don't want to chat with old Roy, eh? I'm a bit offended. Smile says he's not the least bit offended. You like him almost immediately, but you're also still in a hurry to get in and out just in case Adam somehow figures out you're here. You already did. I'm in a bit of a rush, but maybe next time? Pinky promise? He says it and actually sticks out his pinky. You laugh, and God, it's been so long since you laughed, as you hook your pinky with his. It's a deal. Thomas grins all boyish sincerity before drawing away and wiping down the other patron's glass. Glad to hear it, so, out of curiosity, did you and your boo make up? Your what now? My boo. You know, your man, your partner, your lover. Mood shifts from soft, vibrant yellow, glowing and happy, to an uncertain purple tinged with fear. What he makes no sense. I don't... Came in here earlier looking for you. So you two got into a fight and you ran off. He was really worried, afraid you got hurt or something. There's no doubt in my mind that man loves you. You scrunch your eyes closed as if it will stop his words. There's only one man searching for you and he wants you dead. Adam. But how did he come in here without people noticing? Couldn't have unless... Oh, that little shit. He disguised himself, didn't he? Talk about being a chameleon, changing shape and personalities to suit his environment. Probably already know that, though. Give a non-committal smile. Something like that. Thomas accepts his answer and he reaches into his back pocket. He frowns. Strange, we got busy earlier, so I just kept your wallet on hand. Did I drop it by accident? He lost it? No, wait. If Adam was here, he probably managed to get his grubby little hands on your property somehow. Which is bad, because knowing him, he's going to figure out a way to locate where you're staying. You don't know how, but your sixth sense is tingling. I'm so sorry, I swear The phone behind him rings and he holds a finger, mouthing another apology before he answers. Hello, Thomas from Byers Bar and Grill speaking. How may I help you? There's a pause and Thomas rubs the back of his neck as he turns towards you. He mouths, your boyfriend's on the phone. Oh God. He knows you're here. Is he calling from outside waiting for you to come out? Come out wherever you are? He's the type to turn this entire charade of his into a game. Thomas covers the receiver. You should really talk to him. Yeah, because talking will solve the bad blood going on between you and Adam. He wants to impale you on the tail end of his knife. But Thomas doesn't know that. Fine, let me talk to him. He motioned for the phone. Thomas hands it over with a smile. Oh, this poor, sweet, naive man. Adam tricked him too, just like everyone else. Your words are cutting as you answer, wanting to get the first word in edgewise before you hear a stupid voice. Whoa, why would you pretend? That's so weird to do. Hello, honey. Hear sniffling and the soft, quiet sobs of a woman. It's not what you were expecting. Hello. You can hear Adam speaking in the background to someone. When the crying woman speaks, horror floods you like a broken dam. That's... Help me. You grip the receiver so tight you almost break it. Thomas mouths, Is everything alright? You wave him off, trying to appear more calm than you feel. How did he get to Ruth? How did he find her? How did he... Adam comes onto the line, unnervingly chipper. Hear that? She's begging for your help. Won't you come and help her? Let her go. There's more shuffling, your poor aunt's sobs get louder, and you can hear her begging Adam to put his knife away. You grind your teeth so hard you almost break one. How dare he? How dare he go for your family? When you get your hands on him, you'll go straight for the throat. I didn't think that looking for you would lead me to this shit stain, but as it turns out, maybe fate does in fact exist. Who would have thought? I guess I'll have to reassess my beliefs. This is between you, me, and you asshole. Leave other people out of this. Oof, touchy. You're getting all worked up here, and here I am being nice enough to put up with your dear aunt on the phone. I say I'm being quite generous given the circumstances. What circumstances? Are you talking about stalking me to the ends of the earth? Because if I didn't know any better, I'd say you're a bit obsessed with me. Careful, Adam, or I'll start thinking you've got an unrequited crush. The words come out scathing, sharp as the kitchen knife hidden in your pants, and Adam goes silent on the other end. There's a sharp cry, and Adam responds with venom. Ever suggest something like that again, and I'll start chopping off parts of her body. Bite your lip to keep from saying anything else. It's one thing if it's between you and him, but another when your aunt's involved. She may not be your favorite person, but you still don't want her to see her get hurt. What do you want from me, Adam? You know what I want. You hate him. God, you hate him. You wish a stray bolt of thunder would blast him out of this existence and isekai his sorry butt into a world of pain and suffering. Fine, just leave Ruth out of this. Aw, acting so brave. It's kinda cute the way you're trying to try puffing yourself up to be bigger when in reality, You're just as scared as a little kitten. Are you going to scratch me with those little claws of yours? He's baiting you. Anything you say will give him room to hurt Ruth, and knowing him, he'll blame it on your behavior rather than his own sadistic tendencies. Keep your mouth shut. What? Cat got your tongue? When you still don't answer, he turns to mocking. Hello? Hello? You still there? If you don't answer within the next minute, I'll drill a hole in your beloved aunt's head. I don't get you. What was that? You're kind of quiet. I said I don't get you. Your hand slams against the countertop and Thomas jumps from where he's standing, halting the conversation between him and a new patron. Leopard squirrel. You explain to the patron and Thomas just who stares at you with concern. Back to Adam, you lower your voice a few octaves. Didn't even go to the police. I've left you well enough alone. Why can't you return the damn favor? 'Cause you're a stand in this world, just like this aunt of yours. What do you even know about me? I've done nothing to you. I know enough. Now I suggest you refrain for yourself from throwing another tantrum, or I'll make do my promises. Do as I say, and I'll let your aunt live. You mean live long enough for her to watch as you slit my throat? Adam chuckles darkly. Either way, she gets to live another minute. If you don't comply, I'll kill her here and now. Not to mention, we've got eyes on that bar. They'll track you wherever you go. Now, you'll be good and come back to me, won't you? Close your eyes, trying not to have a mental breakdown. You're trapped like a rat in a cage. And if you even try telling Thomas to call for help, he's going to kill Aunt Ruth the second you open your mouth. There's only one available option. You have to face him again, your little worst nightmare. No, I wonder why we couldn't go to our uncle. I mean, he even has guns. Fine. Where do you want to meet? Do I really need to spell it out for you? The trailer? Adam gives a slow clap, sarcasm dripping in his tone. Congratulations, you put two and two together. Now hurry up or she'll play the consequences. Ron screams and then the line goes dead with you standing in place trying to keep from hurling the tinge of bile in the back of your throat, both strong and acidic. Your thoughts spiral out of control in a vicious tornado, tearing through common sense and destroying your sanity by the minute. Adam resorts to using your own family as a bargaining chip in order to get what he wants. He's got Aunt Ruth. He's got Aunt Ruth. It's all your fault. It doesn't matter how you feel about her. This is your fight, and now she's been dragged into the middle of this sick and twisted game Adam is playing. Couldn't forgive yourself if she died because of you. You have to save her. You have to. A hand touches your shoulder, and you jump like you were shocked with a live wire. You open around to find Thomas staring at you with growing concern. Everything okay? You seem agitated. Yeah, I just gotta head home. Got some stuff to sort out. You know, couple stuff and all. You hear the tremor in your voice, but Thomas doesn't seem to notice. He just nods sagely. I wish you the best of luck. Fights with loved ones are hard, but they turn out okay, no matter the end result. He gives your shoulder a reassuring squeeze as if to emphasize his point. Yeah, thanks for your help and advice. You hope he's right. 'Cause things are going to get dicey in the next half hour. You really don't know if you're going to make it out of this alive. Outside, you find the storm's amplified tenfold. The breeze picks up and flies through the air. Trees bend and almost break at the force of the winds. The weather matches how you're feeling right now as you sprint across the parking lot to your car. To your left, you can see headlights of a small reefer truck blasting your car with their windshield wipers whipping back and forth. You get into the driver's seat and head straight for the highway, pulls out after you, and begins its pursuit. You try weaving in and out of pursuit, anything to shake them off, but no matter how hard you try, they'll always remain two lengths behind you. It's not until the midway point until they start tailgating you. You assume this is what Adam meant by when he said he had eyes on the bar. Whoever's in that car is his informant. The damn stalker. Did they call Adam as soon as you showed up? You're betting they did. How else would Adam know to call there? He knew what you were going to do before you did it. He's playing a game of chess, and now he's getting closer to winning this nasty-ass game of his thanks to this helper. Your eyes go back to the referee truck, and as soon as you stop, you peer into the near rear-view mirror to see if you can stick a peek at the driver. Catch a flash of familiar white hair. As if sensing your eyes on him, Adam's informant waves. Saffron. These two bastards. You're half tempted to go into reverse and ram your bumper into the grill of his truck, your hands hovering over the gear stick, fingers twitching at the idea. No, you can't. You wrench your hand away, and force it back onto the steering wheel. If anything goes down, he'll tell Adam. Then your aunt's blood would be on your hands. You need to stay compliant because now there's more than one life here at stake. You need to play things carefully. It's your best shot at making out of this alive, without bringing any more harm to your family. Take a deep, shuddering breath. Stay calm, stay collected, and try to stay safe. The rest of the drive feels long and torturous as you force down your hectic thoughts. Thunder booms in the skies while wind tugs at your car. Your heart thuds well over the speed limit. When you finally reach the trailer park, everyone's lights are off, either asleep or out drinking. You pull in front of your aunt's mobile home, step out as the referee truck stops behind you. They keep their lights on, illuminating your way as you walk up the steps. You hesitate before knocking. There's a pause. Your breathing almost seems as loud as the rain. What awaits you behind this door? What have you come to find? When there's no response for over a minute, you almost consider knocking again. Then the locks start clicking. Click. He's in there. Click. Where will you run? Click. He's going to kill you this time. Click. Death is here. Your time is up. You test the doorknob as soon as you hear the last click. Inside, the lights are off. Glass crunches under the soles of your shoes, and with each step you feel like you're suffocating. He's here. He's here in the same room. Waiting. Watching. You can feel his presence in the dark, lurking like a monster sizing up its prey. Why isn't he saying or doing anything? Usually he can't shut up because he loves hearing himself talk so much, at least from how he presented himself on the highway for so long. You swallow the lump in your throat and dare to speak. I've done what you ask. I'm here. I'm the one you want. Now let my aunt go. You wait. Nothing but silence. You try peering through the darkness, searching for his silhouette, but everything blends together in odd shapes. You reach out for what you think could be him, but your arms land on the messy dishes from earlier. Where the heck is he? Your hand goes to your hip, waiting for him to tackle you to the ground like he did last time. Adam? You take a step back, wondering how he managed to conceal himself in such a small space. Is he gonna springboard from under the table like a toy Jack in the Box? You wouldn't put it past him. You get ready to check under the table just in case and turn towards it. Something brushes your ankles and you yelp, taking a few steps back. Lightning flashes, allowing light to appear through the broken window. You realize that's where the glass came from, and that's what's near your ankles. You scream at the same time the thunder booms in the sky, lightning illuminating the room once more. No! That guy's a liar. Your aunt lays motionless on the ground with her body covered in blood that soaks through the brown carpet. And above her stands Adam. He holds onto one of her arms while the other goes to scrub the streak of blood off his face. He finally speaks. His words drip with poison wrapped in velvet. Well, well, well. He steps over Ruth's body and drops her hand, his pace slow and dangerous like a hunter on the prowl. You take a step back but hit something in the process and tumble onto the floor. You stare up at Adam's wide frame in horror as he traces a hand along the curved edge of his knife. He then bends down to your level and tips your chin up with the point of his blade. His forever cruel smile returns as he continues. It looks like I finally found you, my elusive little pest. That's it? What? No, that's it. Okay, so I've come back to this part because I was trying to go back in the game thinking like maybe there's some other part I could do to get like, maybe there's extra stuff in the game. So I remember this. We had two choices here and I said nope last time because he was obviously sketchy. So I'm just going to say sounds like a deal and I'll follow him. I'll take you up on that offer. Stranger claps his hands together like a teacher, proud of his student for giving the right answer. Wonderful! I knew you were a sensible individual. Let's be off then, shall we? Stranger presses a guiding hand towards the center of your back, urging you in the direction of a smaller parking lot located directly behind the gas station. There was a small white referee truck parked next to a large dumpster that smells of spoiled meat. Suspicion flares hot in your chest. This is shady as hell. Anyone well acquainted with the area knows this place is a hotspot for drug sales due to the lack of video surveillance. You don't want something caught by CCTV footage, you do it here. You dig your heel into the ground, and mere 3 feet away from his car, he almost stumbles into you due to your sudden stop. Something the matter, my dear? Is it your shoulder, or are you hurt somewhere? I can carry you if you like. His sincerity almost gets you to start walking again. Key words being almost. I think I've changed my mind. He finishes the sentence for you, and when you nod, his smile loses a fraction of its warmth. You're not serious. You don't answer, allowing your silence to speak for you. The corner of Saffron's eyes twitches, and he goes to rub at the spot. I mean, you need to be so for real. This is sketchy. You're really set on this. When all I asked in return was a polite conversation in exchange for a drive and hundreds of dollars taken off your bill, you're okay with missing out on such an opportunity? He circles you almost like a vulture, but his eyes generally convey sadness and disappointment when he bends his body to match your height. I feel like you disappointed a parent rather than an absolute stranger. But you're not budging on this one. This just reeks of bad news, and that referee truck creeps you the hell out. You're making the right choice here. I won't stop you from walking away if you're sure. I'm sure. I'm sorry. I should have realized sooner, but I'm not comfortable with this. He sighs and pulls back into his full height, all 6'5", casting a shadow over your form, shooting you away from the sun like a human solar eclipse. He straightens the lapels of his jacket. Smile returns, although conveying a deep loneliness you don't understand. Very well then. If there's nothing I can say to change your mind, then that's that. Fortunate, since I was looking forward to the drive. Yeah, I'm sorry. Take a step back. Then another. And another. Well, I'll be on my way. You turn around and start heading towards the front of the building when an arm wraps around your waist. Should've ran! It's so quick that your mind takes a moment to catch up. What the? Something gets plunged into your neck, a quick, painful stabbing sensation. It's just as quickly gone, or maybe it's because the area becomes numb. You don't quite understand what's happened as your body begins to slump. What? The words slip out of your grasp as soon as you speak them. Thoughts become disjointed like puzzle pieces tossed all over a child's bedroom. They come together almost as easily as they're ripped apart. Your body slowly begins to sink to the ground, aided by the person responsible for plunging whatever it is was that caused this into your neck. Shh, just let it take over. Don't fight it. You'll only hurt yourself more. Your eyes get heavy, and his face hovers over yours, becoming a blurred mess of blues and whites. You open your mouth to speak, but it's filled with cotton. No. No! Cold hands brush your temple. I'm sorry. I know I promised to let you go, but I'm afraid, for Adam's sake, I can't do that. And I'm sure he'll hate me for killing you myself. I know he wanted the honor of doing so, but you... The fact that you escaped him once, we can't risk that happening again. Doing so will bring his ruin, and mine. Adam? Adam? You try thrashing around, but only one of your arms manages to respond, lifting up in a futile attempt to push him off. Falls back to your side again, useless. How did you allow this to happen? You trusted Adam the first time around, a complete stranger, and look at where he got you. And now it's happened again, and this time you can't even fight him off. You're vulnerable, completely and utterly defenseless. Gloved fingers adjust the straps crisscrossing your chest, waist, and legs when you finally regain consciousness. White hair dips in front of you, dips in and out of the view, while a stranger busies himself with ensuring you're properly attached to the cold steel table you feel underneath your back. When he notices you watching, he offers a genuine smile before pulling off the mask resting on his face. Ah, you're up. Did you sleep well? As good as one can get after being knocked out with sedatives, but you digress. It's hard to argue when your mouth feels like it's been stuffed with cotton and your head keeps ringing. Not exactly the perfect time to offer your wittiest banter. I apologize for having come to this point. But I'm afraid for the sake of those I care about, I can't let you go free. Apology doesn't negate the drugging or, kidnapping. You try to see as much and fail. Nope, your jaw still doesn't work right. Not being able to talk sucks ass. At least without him you get some verbal jabs in before he tried offing you. Reality almost prefer that now. You guess you're one of those types of people who prefer to go out with a bang rather than a whimper. Not that you like making the habit of running into men with murderous tendencies. We're almost ready. He says this as he tugs at one of the straps near your ankles, then around your waist. Are these comfortable? I try not to make them too tight. Cuts off circulation, and we really don't want that now, do we? He waits. Oh god, he actually wants a response. You have no choice but to nod your head. He smiles as he pulls up his mask again. Such a polite guest. Shame we couldn't chat more, huh? Usually when I get this intimate with someone, I like to get to know them a bit better. He turns around towards the table with a large display of tools. Anything ranging from hammers to buzzsaws to a literal machete. He runs a finger along the razor-sharp edge of a meat cleaver and examines it in the light before putting it back down. No, not that one. It's only for my favorite guest. Then he picks up a scalpel, twisting it around with his fingers. This is probably more fitting, and what you were expecting, right? Cold, analytical, precise. He comes up to you, allowing the flat of the blade to brush up against your cheek almost teasingly. You try shrinking back, but your binds hold you back in place. The entire table rattles from how much you tremble and shake. You're choosing what to torture you with. Why not stab you and just be done with it? Why drag this out? A cruel smile curls underneath his mask as you try pulling at your restraints. You can see the fear in your eyes, your fight or flight senses starting to take over as your body starts operating properly. Takes delight in it. Yes, I think this one will do nicely. Now then, he twists the blade so you can feel the slight biting cut of steel. Blood trickles down your cheek. Count to 3 for me. You open your mouth, nothing comes out but a rasp of air. Now, try again, I'm a patient man. He presses his ear close to your mouth. I'm sorry, what was that? You have to speak up, dear. Your teeth clamp around his lower lobe, enough to draw blood and send him really backwards. I bet you didn't expect that. There's a clatter of tools as he bumps into the counter, something falls to the floor. You can't see what it is, but you don't care. You just hope that it hurts. You. The man holds his bleeding ear, crimson revolts seeping through his finger and dripping onto the floor below. You turn your head and spit his blood out of your mouth. F you. The man lets out a soft laugh, but it's devoid of humor. His eye twitches again. So crass, so vulgar it seems. His voice dips to a dangerous octave. We're going to have to train that out of you. Bring it. His eye twitches again. He whips around at your challenge, turning on the radio behind him. Opera music echoes through the room as Saffron readjusts his instruments after bumping into them when you bite him. Very well then. Let's see how long that resilience of yours lasts, You retrieve the scalpel from the floor, which is what that clattering sound must have been earlier. A bottle of alcohol. Let's see. The man grips your jaw with fingers as cold as dead fish and presses his forehead against yours. Let's begin, shall we? Oh man. I don't want to be mad either way. He might kill him, honestly, if he finds out he did this. Then he carves into your skin with multiple quick practice swipes, followed by the quick uncapping of alcohol and... Ooh, that's... You let out an agonized scream. That's really gonna hurt. Okay, this is bad end for glutton for punishment. That was just a bad end. Okay, so... This is really the end of the... Chapter 1. That was interesting so far. We know a lot of things now. He killed Aunt Ruth anyway, which sucks. Because, I mean, I guess it will be explored more in chapter 2 as to why he killed her. I mean, it was obvious going to kill her, but, like, yeah. And now he has us. I have a feeling he's not gonna, like, kill you. He's just gonna, like, keep us captive. Because he's kind of, like, he's confusing his, like, I think he feels like he doesn't know what he's feeling is love, but, like, it's really not love for him. It's, like, obsession for some reason, which I think is weird, but yeah. Just have to wait for chapter 2 and see how it goes on from there. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Bye!